Welcome back to Crypto Zones, peer-to-peer financial empowerment. Hashtag LoveAllServeOthers. Trump tax travesty. Travesty or not? In this video, I'm going to discuss a very controversial subject having to do with the Trump tax issues. And the first thing I'm going to say here is that none of this in any way, shape, or form is meant to be any political commentary at all. I have some pretty well-developed political opinions, and one of the main ones concentric with that is that I keep my politics private because they're largely or mostly, when I discuss those, they tend to be polarizing and divisive. They can tend to divide, and I choose not to alienate half of the people I can reach out to. So enough said about that, but it does bring up a very, very interesting issue, and there's good points on both sides. And what the news is specifically is just that I heard, just like you, that he paid $750 in 2017, and 10 of the last 15 years has paid zero taxes. So it brings up some very, very good questions. On one side, you question, well, what if you have someone for, they have $20,000 a year income as a single or maybe a single mom, and they're paying, say, probably $2,000 in taxes, way more than a billionaire? I mean, on that surface, on the surface, that sounds like a really, really good argument, and to one degree, it is. But what I want to encourage people to do is to pan out and take a wider view of the whole thing. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and so you can probably guess what side I'm going to fall on this. But if people villainize Trump for paying only $750 without considering the wider view of it, I think that it is largely a scarcity mindset and not an abundance mindset. And the reason why I say that is when you realize that what the feds, the way they've got the tax code set up, they realize that if someone creates $1 billion revenue, then what it means for the feds is they have the potentiality to have 50 or 100 million or $200 million or even more as a tax base or a tax revenue coming in because of that $1 billion. And when you think of, the Midas touch, I mean, why not give it to someone who can produce more? How can you argue with that? And as a matter of fact, that's what Trump has done with the companies. He's created other companies and jobs and created opportunities for individuals for even greater opportunity because of the initial opportunity they've been given. And so, I mean, it's kind of like this. I read a blog this morning about this one that a doctor had. He's an investor, and he was talking about Bitcoin in specific, and he was saying that he probably won't be interested in that in any time soon, and very much come in on the negative side of it, obviously. But the main point he had for saying that is that look at all the times it's crashed. It's crashed so many times, like 30%, 50%, 85%, and that's all fact. But when you look at it from a wider view, one of the most important metrics that I consider is one of the most dynamic and important is that when you look at it in reality, that every time it's crashed, it has ascending lows. In other words, like for example, it's gone pretty much one time from like $30 down to $2. And then the next time it went from, I guess it was about 1,000 down to 250. And then another time went from 20,000 down to 3,000. And so all of those lows are way higher than the previous low. And from that aspect, I mean, the reason why I bring that up is on the surface, there's some good points, but when you pan out, there's some other things to consider. And I'm wide open to considering anyone's point of view. I encourage people to, submit your comments on that. I will really welcome that because I will entertain that and I will respect your right to choose for yourself whatever side you go on. But I'd be interested to see what you have to say about it. And I just wish you well. I wish you wealth. Hashtag LoveAllServeOthers. And I wish you health. And until next time, peace.